On.
I'm here.
You guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. I'm going to be jumping over to the other call for the VR support. So I'm just double checking.
You guys can hear.
it done?
Good.
Good.
Okay.
Good,
so
good.
let's do-
Each other.
Yep, I
Right
can
here.
take care of that, guys, in just a moment. So let me
Okay.
work on that for you right now, okay, Dave?
Yep. Sounds good.
And you're coming off broadcast as we speak. So
All right,
Dave is off
so-
broadcast. Adam, you're off broadcast. And Dave McGraw, give me just a moment and we'll get you squared
Okay.
away.
Dave
Dave McGraw, you're good.
Is that your notes or those Ash's notes?
Let's take a look. Ash. These are Ash's notes.
Okay.
So I need to move down one.
See, yeah, you get to practice.
Oh, great.
So just use your thumb on your left to move, and then aim
There we
at
go.
the chair again. There you go.
I'm in.
All right, good
That's
job.
good.
I gotta get nice. All right,
All
cool.
right.
Now I'm in chair. So
hands up when it's official time, when Regina is heading into that room. I'm going to take myself off the main audio, though, so I'll be coming your way. Dave.
Great. Fantastic. And Ed, am I broadcasting? Are we all broadcasting right now? If we have Ed out there, but I guess I lost Ed. All right.
Hey, Jocelyn. Can you hear me, Jocelyn? Or actually, hey, Robbie, I'm going to do a quick mic check with you, Robbie. Can you see me? Perfect.
All right.
guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me get
All
you,
right.
Ed's still on broadcast.
Make sure that I'm not on full audio.
You
Am I in
Ed.
broadcast right now,
You're on
Robbie?
broadcast right now.
Yeah, you
You're
are.
hot mic, Ed.
Okay,
Um,
excellent. Let's go ahead and switch that off.
So,
Nice.
folks, if you can hear me and you're in the VR lounge, please make your way to Auditorium North. We're going to get started shortly. We're really excited to be back in VR. If you're in the lounge, hey Regina, good to see you. Thanks for the wave. If you're in the lounge, please come to the Auditorium North. We're going to get started soon. I'm just going to do one more check-in with the team, and either Regina or Ed, if you could let me know if we're good to go.
You're good
and
to
all
go,
the
Dave.
panelists. Fantastic. Thanks. All right.
You got it,
So
Dave.
just do a quick mic check on the intro here. My name's David Giesica. I'm with the Elevate Technologies user group. Thank you so much for joining us again in the VR lounge. We're happy to be back in it. It looks a little different for those of you who've been in here before, but the spatial audio gives us the opportunity to all come together from all across. I'm in Massachusetts. Adam next to me here is in Fort Collins. Dave McGraw is east of me, probably 26
Yes.
miles in Massachusetts. And we've got people from all over the place. So thank you for joining us. We've got a great program. We're going to do some fun stuff. I'll give you a brief overview. We're going to do a little bit of a stage portion here where Adam and I are going to interview Dave. And if we get the opportunity to get Ash McCarty from Dell Technologies up here, he'll take that empty seat. And we'll get an update from VMware and Dell Technologies on what's been happening with VxRail and the partnership. Adam, we'll introduce Adam, who's a board member of the Elevate Technologies user group. Adam is also, his day job is at New Belgium Brewing. So they are a fantastic partner with Dell Technologies and VMware, transforming IT. He's got all sorts of cool stuff that he can share about what they're doing. But, you know, we're in VR, so we might even be able to do some more than just share and talk. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to ask Adam to introduce himself real quick and then pass it to Dave McGraw to introduce himself.
Sure, yeah, David. Thanks so much. So Adam Little, I'm head of enterprise security at New Belgium Brewing. Came up on the infrastructure side, much like many of you, I'm sure. Deployed all of our VxRails. We're now up to 7 VxRails, 1 in test and UA and 6 in production. And yeah, been at New Belgium for about 8 years, and I love it. What'd you say, David?
Cool, Adam. Just real quick, how many nodes is that? You've got 7 clusters? Or?
Close to 100 now, 100 nodes.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit more than 7. Thanks.
Yeah.
Dave McGraw from
Seven
VMware.
clusters, sorry.
Thanks, Dave and Adam. Dave McGraw from VMware. I'm vice president in our office of the CTO, and I'm responsible for partner solutions engineering. I've had the privilege of being involved with VxRail since the inception of the offering, and so really excited to see the success that we've had with this program jointly. It's been phenomenal.
Yeah. And Dave, thanks for being such a great partner. I will take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, of which VMware, Dell Technologies, and Intel. They help make this possible. So thank you for all your partnership. It's great to have you in VR. It's new, it's different. It's kind of exciting, a little weird.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's very fun. So let's kick it off. Adam, if you could just bring the customer perspective and get the conversation kicked off, what do you want to talk about?
Sure, yeah. I think probably top of the mind for the user group and a lot of you, we'll throw this first one to Dave, is how exactly is the integration going with Broadcom and where are we at on that? Can you give us an update?
Absolutely can. Yeah, so we are in the midst of a regulatory approval process globally. Many of you may have seen in the last couple of weeks, there's been conditional approvals that have come from both the European Commission as well as the UK CMA. Still plenty of work to be done. I will tell you that, Broadcom has stated they do expect that they will see the acquisition close before the end of their fiscal year in November. The other thing I would
Okay.
mention too, Adam and Dave, is the fact that, Broadcom has been very clear, very public about the importance of the partnership with Dell, and specifically calling out VxRail as just an absolute, gold standard for technology collaboration between the companies. And more broadly, the importance of the overall partner ecosystem, right? So that extends not only with partnerships with Dell, but to the resellers and distributors, and really looking at our global partner ecosystem. The importance of that is very clear and has been stated as a very high priority by Broadcom leadership.
Yeah,
Understood.
it's
That's great to hear, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to hear, and it's a big difference what a year makes, or what has it been, like 9 months or something?
Yeah, it feels like it's been
Well,
not quite a year, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I look at this, it's the initial acquisition was announced at the end of May, so we're past a year
Okay.
now.
Past a year. Wow.
Interestingly
Okay.
enough, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so over a year.
Man, that's crazy. Well, thank you for that. I know you're bounded inside of what's available publicly, but it's also nice to hear that from a source, because a lot of us don't have the time to scan everything. So thank you
For sure.
for bringing that, Dave. That's great.
Absolutely.
So I guess what I could do right now is I'm going to throw a Hail Mary out there, and let's see if I've got either Justin Jones or Ash McCarty in the room. Is there a chance, Ed, that we could get Justin to sit in for Ash? Not sure. I think so, folks. For those of you who don't know, Ash is down in Texas, and maybe some of you are in Texas. But the problem in Texas is the electricity, and I think there might be a problem with Ash's electricity with a brownout or something. So that's too bad. I think I see Justin. Justin, would you want to come up and pinch hit and just help talk a bit about what's been going on with VxRail? Well done. Now we just need to
There he
get you
is.
off of mute.
And
Yeah,
just to
you're
let you
on
know,
mute, so
Justin's
Justin-
also a bit of an artist based on some of the artwork you might see around the space. But Justin, I think you should be all set. We're going to go ahead and give you that microphone in just a moment. And thank you very much for jumping up on top. And everybody might see Ashton a little later, but I think it's a great idea to see if we can't get Justin up there for now. So
Yeah.
Justin, can you do a quick mic check for us?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? Throw your hands
Yep,
up if you
we
can.
got you. Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Well done. Hey, Justin, thanks. I know I put you on the spot, but there's some crib notes in front of you there. What we really wanted to talk to members about and to let you and Dave discuss, the last time we really had a user group meeting with VMware was at VMware Barcelona back in November. Dell Technologies World, a lot of stuff was announced there, but most of our members here certainly have VxRail, and a lot of the announcements were stuff that members can't buy yet. So could you just walk us through what's important for the members to know about VxRail since maybe Barcelona timeframe? What are your favorite things?
My favorite things. Well, I've got a number of favorites. One of my favorites is the VD4000. So when we talk about our Edge story, we did announce the VD4000 back in Barcelona. We actually had one with us, and it was kind of the belle of the ball. Everybody wanted to come and see it. It's a very small form factor, about the size of a shoebox, and it's very innovative, right? We have the industry's first 2-node cluster with a vSAN Witness built in. So if you guys are familiar with your typical vSAN cluster, you're going to have to point to a remote witness, or you have to have at least 3 nodes. This guy is really small, and so it's great for those sites with maybe intermittent connectivity or low bandwidth, because your cluster is entirely self-contained in that very small form factor, which you can rack it, you can stack it, you can mount it to a wall. It's ruggedized,
put it in a
so it's
backpack.
we did put it in our backpack and hauled it into some of the shows, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice too, because combined with VMware, we offer the ECS, the Edge Compute Stack, with it as a licensing option, and it really makes it an effective extension to your existing VxRail environment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll tell
and
you,
I was just
we
gonna say-
love the VD4000. I mean, this is really purpose built for Edge, and we use that analogy of Swiss Army knife. This thing is a Swiss Army knife. You can apply this in all kinds of different environments. It pairs so nicely. I sound like I'm a wine connoisseur here, Dave and Adam, but it pairs very well with ECS, as you mentioned, Edge Compute Stack, and it will play very well in industrial use cases. It'll play well in retail, transportation, robo type of environment. So tremendous flexibility in that architecture.
Yeah, we're
Go ahead,
very
Adam.
much
Sorry.
considering it for edge production sites, right? So for us in New Belgium, where we're going, right, we're seeing a lot of, we need growth through acquisitions and not necessarily just buying brands, but buying production sites, right? So where we don't necessarily have office staffing or the right people there to support that stack, how best can we make it self-contained at a remote site? So,
Yeah,
That's
very
great
cool.
stuff.
Very cool. All right, so VD4000, big play there, but we don't stop there, right?
No.
I think there's a lot of other things. Pick another item on the list, Justin.
Another one of my favorites is honestly, it's the continued integration of the latest and greatest VMware technology into the VxRail. And when you look at vSphere 8 and the implementation of the Express Storage Architecture, so you had original storage architecture, vSAN, now you've got vSAN Express Storage Architecture, bringing so much more speed, so much more bandwidth, a lot more resiliency and new data features into the VxRail family. So that's another one we're pretty excited about. There's a number of vSphere 8 features that we're integrating, of course, but this is one that I think is going to continue to be a pretty big game changer for our customers, specifically when they're looking for help with those high performance workloads, but they want to manage that environment the same way they've been managing their existing VxRail environments.
Yeah, we think that the Express Storage Architecture with vSAN 8 is going to dramatically increase the number of use cases that fit really well with vSAN and therefore VxRail. So, it's for all the reasons that Adam listed or Justin listed, we think it's going to be really a explosive growth opportunity here for customers to be able to broaden the use of this platform.
Yeah. And,
Excellent.
that's the integration moving forward. I think the heart of the VxRail integration and what everybody's always loves to see, where there's LCM, the LCM gets even better and better, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think what you're specifically talking about is the work we've been doing on VCF5 integration into the VCF on VxRail environments, our solution. There was a lot of feedback we heard from probably some folks in this audience and a lot of folks with our customer advisory council talking about, hey, we need some improvements in updating and patching, specifically around the lifecycle management. So we've made a number of improvements in that with our most recent release of VCF5 on VxRail. You'll see that come out. We've improved the hardening resiliency. We've improved the overall operation of the updates and the upgrades. We've had a couple of specific joint task force with VMware to tackle those issues. So you'll see improvements in the upgrades. You'll see improvements in the customer experience, and then I think going forward with that, it's the driving force behind those improvements was your feedback. Was the feedback from the folks in this audience. So as we continue down these paths together, as we continue to jointly engineer this product with VMware, that kind of tight feedback loop being fed directly back into VxRail, directly back into the engineering work done on software really makes a difference for us.
Yeah, and Justin, I would say, as I think back to Dell Tech World this year, when Michael Dell came in to the Elevate group meeting, one of the big takeaways for me was the term big ears. And it's exactly what you're saying. We were really listening to that feedback, and we've continuously done that for years now. And we're incorporating your requirements into the roadmap, right? We hear ways to improve the platform. We're taking that to heart, and we're putting that into the engineering plans going forward here. So, really excited to continue that process as we move forward with this platform evolution.
And I would just add there from a customer perspective, it's been really nice to see since our first VxRail that we deployed to now, a lot of those suggestions get integrated into the product, right? That's not just something that they'll tell you, right, from Dell or VMware. From a customer perspective, a lot of the security enhancements we've been asking for, a lot of the lifecycle management stuff, it's great to see that go from idea to recommendation to through engineering to in the final product. So that's really important. And that's one of the big reasons to be involved in user groups, right, is the ability to give that feedback.
Yeah. And, that feedback is not just through formal channels. It's being able to, after, we get off the stage, go have a conversation with Dave or Justin and say, hey, you mentioned this or that, but this is a problem for me. That gets right back to people who can act on it. If you don't want to talk to Dave, you don't want to talk to Justin, but you want to talk to Adam, as a board member, he has all sorts of connections and relationships within Dell and VMware, so he can get the right information to the right folks too. So please do. It really helps everyone benefit.
For sure.
Dave, you mentioned the Elevate Technology User Group meeting at Dell Tech World, and Michael Dell. That was awesome. I wonder, can people do emojis? Should we? Who was there? Was anybody there? Let me see. I was there. Anybody? Did I emoji? I can't tell.
I see a heart. I see some hearts above your head. You emoji, Dave.
All right. Jay Lou has come off mute and he's got a lot of feedback there. All right, there we go. Well done. So there were announcements at DTW, and I think a little bit that's very VMware specific. If we could I think we've got about a minute or two to touch on that. Could we just, for those who weren't at DTW, what might be relevant for the membership that was announced at DTW that they should be looking for coming down the pipe?
Well, specific. Yeah,
I'm thinking.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking of the Apex Cloud Platform.
Okay. Yes, definitely. We talked about a few. There were a few pretty large announcements. The Apex Cloud Platform was definitely one. It's an opportunity to have a cloud platform that can run the VMware hypervisor and offer additional options for your multi-cloud environments. And while it's a great option, I would also point towards other parts of our Apex portfolio, like the Apex Private and Hybrid Cloud, right? And that specifically is a really important part of our multi-cloud. It is the OpEx version of VCF on VxRail. It's the version that offers things like, express deploy, 28-day deploy, customer success managers integrated into that environment to help you with things like monitoring, ordering, making sure you get the support quickly. So there's a lot of perks that come with Apex over just VxRail. Namely, it's the operational purchasing options.
And the foundation of that is VxRail, like you mentioned.
Yes, yeah. VxRail is the foundation of that. It makes a big difference. One of the other announcements or things we shared kind of coming soon is the imminent release of 16th generation nodes, right? And you'll see a lot of improvement there. No, I took those down. I had drawn some billboards in the sky around 16th generation nodes, and I thought better of it. Maybe I shouldn't leave those up there. But they just called out a few of the highlights, like a 40% increase in cores, 50% faster memory. There's a lot of throughput enhancements that you'll see there. So look for that announcement coming out imminently. We'll have it as part of the VMware Explore sessions that we'll be doing out in Las Vegas in just a few weeks. We're pretty excited about that. We've got a lot of things to share there. But those are a few of the biggest announcements we shared at DTW.
Yeah, Justin, thank you very much for stepping in. Go ahead, Dave.
I was just going to say, when you look at 16G coming out and the raw power increases of 16G, and you combine that with vSphere 8 and vSAN 8 and ESA, it's an incredibly powerful platform going forward here. And as I mentioned earlier, to expand use cases going forward. So I think everybody here should be looking at getting ESA in the lab as 16G becomes available, getting that in the lab and start to work with it, and start to kick the tires as soon as you can, because it's going to really become, I think, a very dominant architecture going forward here.
I'm going to do a shameless plug for a sister organization of ours. You mentioned in the lab, VMUG Advantage is a great way to test all that stuff in a lab environment, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you're in the room and you've got teams, if they're not involved with the VMUG Advantage, you guys should look that up. But that's a side shameless plug. But I think those guys do fantastic.
Since you opened up shameless plugs, I also want to put a plug in for VMware Explore here in a few weeks, in August as well. Yeah, there's going to be some tremendous new announcements that are happening there, and I'll just say that as you look at the progression that we've had together from the hypervisor company to software-defined data center to cloud-native application development, and now stay tuned for what's next and come see it, right? Come hear what we've got to announce. There's going to be some exciting news breaking.
Absolutely. Adam,
Awesome.
we're doing
Yeah.
something there too, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess you guys a shameless plug here, right? If you don't know already, the Elevate user group will be there. We're hosting an event, so please come join us, come find us, come talk to us. But yeah, can't wait.
That'll be after that'll be after the show floor closes, I think, on Monday night. We're going to be at Yardbird. It's going to be fantastic. Ash and Dave will be there, and Justin will be there too. So maybe it'll be Dave and Justin. Who knows? But we've also got a fantastic customer. We got to talk to her a little bit at DTW at some of the events. Angie Koska is the CIO of Steinberg Diagnostic Medical Imaging. They're a VxRail customer. They're medical imaging in Las Vegas. They're doing fantastic stuff. She's going to share what they're doing with VxRail and how it's enabling their IT transformation. Adam's going to be there. Our Jonathan Toulon is going to be there, another board member. Chris Stanley, our president, will be out there, and Mike Vlanek from Top Golf will be out there. So please come by and say hi. And then in November, I'm just taking Dave McGraw on the road. We're doing our world tour, so we're doing U.S.
Nice.
in the summer tour, and we're going to go to Europe in the fall. VMware Explore Barcelona. The Elevate Technology User Group will be doing something there. So if you're in those areas, please make an effort to come out and join us and talk with us. All right, shameless plugs over. Adam, we got the update from VMware, the update from Dell Technologies. You talked a little bit about your environment, nearly 100 nodes now over 7 locations?
Yeah, it says 6 locations and test UA dev node that we have, or dev cluster rather, that we have. But yeah, recently we just acquired a site in Virginia. And boy, if you think acquiring a manufacturing site is difficult, try standing up a network in tandem while you're already brewing on that existing network, because that's where we're at. We had to, it was like a sign the date, sign the paperwork, transfer the licenses back in May. And then we started our work of deploying a VxRail and new networking and all of that, IoT sensors and all those things. So that cutover is actually next week. So that rail's been up and running and just waiting to run production workloads. We've got about 40, 50 VMs deployed on it already. And so that's what I'm going to be doing between now and VMworld. So we'll try to get all of that going, and hopefully it'll go off without a hitch. We'll see.
Yeah, fingers crossed there. That's really cool. You guys have partnered with Dell and VMware like from start to finish. I'd love you to tell us a little bit about it, but we are in VR. Is there any chance?
Yeah, we could probably
do something
just
other than talk
go
about it.
show them, right? Head over to the
We
the
could show
brewery.
them.
Is there a way we could go to the brewery?
I think we could do that, folks. We're in VR, and New Belgium has a digital twin of the Fort Collins site in VR. And I think if Ed is coming off mute, Ed's our tour
Can you hear me
guide.
all right, Dave?
I got you loud and clear, Ed. Can you tell us what we can expect and how we can go there?
Absolutely. Here, let me pop right up here real quick. So first off, I just want to say thank you to this incredible panel for pulling this together. And I know a lot of you guys are new to coming in here, so I'm not going to put you on the spot and say you have to do it now. If you can pull it off. But if you look at your watch, if you take a look at the time, and these guys have been running straight on time, by the way, just so you know, and I can see some emojis over there. If you look, you'll see a little clap there. And if you just take that little button down at the bottom, you just hit that clap. That's how the emojis come up. And if you decide you want to give these guys some hearts, or you want to give them a couple of happy faces or anything, because of the fact that they decided to do something special for you guys, this takes a lot of time and effort and energy to try to do something beyond the standard Zoom, right? I mean, we've all done a million Zooms over the last couple of years, and everybody here has contributed to doing something completely innovative and totally different. And let's be honest, a lot of people talk about innovation and then others live it, okay? And that applies to everybody here. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to everyone. And then as far as speaking of that, let's go do exactly what Dave and Adam said and actually kind of live some of this possibility here and explore the art of the possible. So with that, what we're going to end up doing.
Do you guys want to stand up, panel? So the panel's going to stand up now, I think. Let's see here. So let's see if that worked.
And if you want, you can just teleport a little bit behind you. There you go. Just like that. There you go. Good job.
There we go.
All right. Now to the audience and to everybody's here, because you guys are a big, big part of this whole experience. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you guys all to New Belgium Brewing. Okay. And you don't even have to get in an airplane. You don't have to go through TSA or anything like that. We're going to bring you over. Now, one thing though, as a digital speed bump, is that on occasion, a few of you may end up getting stuck in like the transition, right? So if that happens, just go back to the Zoom. The same code that got you here will get you straight into New Belgium, just so you know. So if that happens, just go back, type in the code. It'll bring you straight back in, okay? But on that note,
what was that thing that happened in Deathly Hollows?
Yes, exactly. Thanks, Dave. All right, we're not going to lose you guys. Don't worry. You're not going to be gone forever. You're just a little pause, a little dramatic, late entry if need be. But we're going to go ahead and hit the button, and we're going to head everybody to New Belgium. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to take about 10 to 30 seconds. Depends on some of the folks that are in here, where you happen to be in the planet. But we're going to end up moving over to New Belgium. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that. So before I hit this button, Dave, was there any kind of magic word you wanted to say before we officially start heading over?
I like Shazam.
Shazam. I love it. Okay. All right. Shazam it is. That's fantastic.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, Scott.
Good job, everybody.
All right.
All right. So I'm just going to let everybody know you're going to want to spread out a little bit. Yes. I was going to say there's a lot of folks coming in. This is a big group. So please feel free to make yourself comfortable with it. Look around a little bit. We do have some special tour guides here that are going to, once we get everybody in, we want to get everybody in first. But once we get everybody in, there are some celebrities in the room that we're going to give the mic to shortly. First of all, Dave, I want to check and make sure you can hear me okay, Dave. Dave,
I got you loud and clear. Yep, got you loud and clear. So I think you're broadcasting.
Okay, excellent.
I can't see you. A lot of people are still looking outside.
Yeah, let's give everybody a minute, Dave, because this is a whole new environment. I want to give everybody a second to kind of get organized and get situated. Plus, we'll probably have a couple late arrivers, because depending on what part of the world they're coming from, it could take 5 to 10 seconds to a minute. But we're going to let them kind of make their way in.
Well, I see Dave McGraw's in. So,
I'm in. I'm looking at the bar.
Yeah, come sidle up to the bar and take a look at. There's 2 VX rails up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so, folks, while we're waiting for everybody to come in, we will have some Dell and VMware experts hanging out near those VX rails if you've got any specific questions. But I think what we're going to do for the Zoom folks now is find Adam, and Adam has 2 New Belgium experts that he's going to give the Zoom folks a tour with. Is that right, Ed?
Hey, Dave.
You got it. You got it.
Yes, Justin.
And Adam, go for it. Or I'm sorry, go ahead, Justin.
Are we all still on broadcast? Maybe I don't
I
need to
think
be.
you and I are.
Yeah, a bunch of you guys are.
It's
So just to
it's a good
just to
point.
let you know, Justin, you are on broadcast. We could take you off. Okay, so you are now, Justin, you are now off broadcast, just so you know. But Dave, you still are. Adam, you should be on. I want to do a mic check with you, Adam. Do you mind?
Sure. Yeah, you guys can you hear me
Beautiful.
okay?
We got
So
you. We
I
got
think-
you.
I think what we might want to do is take everybody off broadcast and let Adam and Cody and Maddie do the tour, and I'll follow along. And then Justin, if you want to find Dave McGraw and maybe show some folks some VX Rail stuff or just have conversations, that'd be great.
All right, fantastic, Dave. We've kept everybody that you just said on mic. So let's do a quick check with Maddie. Maddie, can you hear us?
You sure
Can
can.
we just?
Nice.
right here.
Ready to
Just-
go?
Okay.
Okay.
Just
Nice.
thought I'd come
We
over
can
and
hear
say
you too,
hi.
Maddie. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
And how
hey,
about
man, it's
Cody?
good to see you.
Cody, can we do a mic check with
Good
you
to
too,
see
buddy?
too.
Yep, I got you loud and clear.
Nice. Okay, look at that. You guys are ready to rock. Adam, I know you're good.
It's really
Dave,
like
I'm
being at
taking
a
you off
convention
megaphone. I
when
know that
you
hurts,
can't hear
but
each
I'm
other
going to
'cause
take you
there's
off
so much
Now,
noise
megaphone.
over
hey,
there.
Ed, before you do,
Oh, you want
before you do that,
Okay.
take everybody off megaphone because
Yeah, no,
that
no.
way
There's-
people can mingle.
Oh yeah, no, that's no problem. Everybody else is
Okay.
is pretty much good to go.
No,
Including
including
Go ahead, Dave.
including Adam, Maddie, and Cody.
Adam, I thought you wanted to keep on, but that's okay, no problem. You want Adam, Maddie, and Cody?
I
Oh, you
want
want
the-
everybody to be able to mingle. You don't want to start the tour yet.
Correct. Well, no, do the tour for the Zoom, and we'll do the mingle, and then we can come back and see if people have questions.
Gotcha. Okay. Got it. So we're gonna go ahead and let them do the tour without megaphone. Understood, Dave. Thank you very much.
Correct. All right, guys. Thanks. I'll be behind or wandering around, and thank you very much.
Yeah, Maddie, Cody, where'd
You gonna
How
be
you-
start?
explore?
Over here by
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Why not? Start at
Sunday
the
through
beginning.
Thursday. I hear you're gonna be there as well.
All right, so if anybody's interested over here,
Yeah,
we'll be
there.
We'll go through this.
Good
for a
deal.
little
Mike Schultz and
bit. You
myself.
guys may
Yeah.
have noticed that we did a little.
Getting the
Oh
band
yeah,
back
you guys got a
together.
good crew.
fresh. Can you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody, talk about packaging.
Excellent.
refresh and,
I'm excited, man. So we'll be annoying you, I'm sure.
No, I'm glad. I like to have people there that I know. It's more fun that way.
Yeah, no kidding.
Absolutely.
Definitely is.
Very cool.
Oh man, how are you? I enjoyed the cool snap we had last weekend, but other than that, this heat kind of sucks, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Hey, Mark, just make sure we are
I've been,
off audio.
getting caught doing yard
Alrighty.
work every weekend, and thankfully it was like in the 80s
All right.
last
Cool.
week,
Yeah.
but this week's not going
Where's
to be
the
that.
camera
So.
we should be
And-
facing?
Mark,
No, you got to get out there
The
early.
camera
You
is
are on.
right here in the white shirt.
Does
And I
that
just wanna
heat
make sure I
affect,
am also off
numbers
audio.
at the Top Golf
So I'm
facilities?
gonna
Do fewer
move-
people come, or do you get more because they get a little AC?
Yeah, it's pretty packed
Yep.
out.
And so Jim will
Okay,
come
so
right
we-
on up.
We have like fans and misters and
Perfect.
Yeah,
all
Hey
that
there,
stuff in
Mark.
the band, so-
Just
Adam, Matt, Cody,
it's
take it
double
away.
checking to make sure we're good with audio.
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does,
you guys may have
Every time I've been there, I've been quite comfortable,
Rebrand, refresh,
Good.
even in the summer.
You're gonna
tweak of the recipes.
have to let us know
Anything
next
you
time
guys
you're
wanna
going out.
elaborate
We'll
on that, on how
meet
we
you
got
out
there?
there. Chill for a little while.
You've been at
Yeah.
New Belgium for over
That'd be
25
fun.
years, so you've seen it
Yeah.
all.
We've got new games on the horizon here, a different style of game for some of the older stuff. So
Really?
yeah,
If you flip your wrist up, it's
trying to modernize our existing stuff. So
Okay.
we brought that
Yeah.
Very cool.
I
I mean, more
Optimizing all
modern
that
than it
stuff
is.
now.
It's pretty modern, I would say. Already.
Yeah,
we got 4 in-house.
we're trying to make it a little more fun instead of just being a field that you hit balls into.